took the time and changed it into something beautiful. When I close my eyes, only you that I see. You're in my head, in my heart, in my dreams. Take you, my love, take you a little bit higher. Know what you want, hold you a little bit tighter. I wanna pull you in close, want you to let it all go. Take you, my love, take you a little bit higher. I'll take every moment that I have with you. Treat it with a heart wide open, like it's all I'm made to do. Take you, my love, take you a little bit higher. Know what you want, hold you a little bit tighter. I wanna pull you in close, want you to let it all go. Take you, my love, take you a little bit higher. A little bit higher. When I close my eyes, only you that I see. You're in my head, in my heart, in my dreams. When I close my eyes, only you that I see. You're in my head, in my heart, in my dreams. Take you, my love, take you a little bit higher.
Hey everybody!
Hallo Leute!
Hello Leute! Welcome back to our channel. I'm Sarah,
And I'm Kevin.
and we're an American family of 6 that moved to America in February of 2021 with our 4 kids.
And a cat. So welcome back everybody to our back porch. We're enjoying a late summer day. Summer's soon to be over. We had a really
know.
great fun, our first German summer. And we've just,
Yeah.
we're here to enjoy a little beer on our back porch and share some of our experiences from this summer with you here in this video.
Yeah, and even though it was a rainy and cold summer, which all of us have been complaining about all over Germany and into Austria and Switzerland, and parts of France have been very cold too. And even though it's been a cold, rainy summer, we've learned from you Germans, because y'all are so smart, that when there's a sunny day, you take hold of it.
Make use of it.
Yes. So when there's a sunny day, you make sure you're outside, you're on your bicycles, you're going for hikes, you're walking around.
Yeah.
And you see everybody outside as soon as the sun comes out. So we've learned, you can't let the weather control you and bring you down. Of course, some people have the seasonal depression, and that's a different story. But for the rest of us, it's really about your attitude. And we're still loving even the cold weather, because you can get cozy and turn on the fire and put blankets around you and drink warm tea. And so we're enjoying it. So before we get started, we have a little beer. And Kevin, when we went to Bergels, which I'll link to that video up here in this video and in the description box below, but we went on a trip to Bergels in August, and we already had one Bergels Weissbierglas. And when we were there, I was like, Kevin, we got to get another one so that I have a matching one. So now we have a couple set of Bergels glasses, and Kevin's going to pour us a
Hofbrauhaus Traunstein Weissbier.
Yeah, which is local beer to us.
Yep. Well, we're going to share today, so...
Yeah, because it's not really the evening time yet.
Yeah.
Don't want to get too sloshed. No, actually, we would drink more, but... Yeah, so we have found that Germany is just very welcoming to families with children, and that they really give families with children a lot of financial breaks. I mean, we could do a whole video on this, and we probably will, with the Kindergeld that you get every month, plus all of the discounts that all these different attractions in Germany offer for children. We have just felt like welcomed.
Yeah.
And I can't say that I always felt that in the U.S.
It's like things are made for children and made to accept them and to welcome them and I don't know, just a lot of things around to do for kids.
Yeah, the energy just feels different. like we talked about in our Gal Tour Austria video, that all the kids were just crying and having tantrums and no one's blinking an eye. You get that energy, you get that feeling here wherever you go. We have found that for the most part. And also there's less commercialism here than compared to the US. There's less overstimulation, or there's less stimulation. You know, you go to a restaurant, you go to an amusement park, and there's not loud music blaring.
Sure.
There's not, you know, bright colors and just things that light up and move all the time, and you can get very overstimulated very quickly in the US. I can't even imagine what it's like for families who have autistic kids and kids on the spectrum with Asperger's. They must not be able to do very much as far as amusement parks and all that goes. And here I started to notice that I wasn't getting really tired and worn out at places for families because I wasn't getting overstimulated. And that's really nice. All right.
Prost.
Prost. If you love German beer and you want to see us drinking more beer.
We got a video for that too?
Yeah, and I'll put it in the description box below. So we thought we would share what we've been doing this past summer. This is not an exhaustive list of what kids can do in Germany in the summer, but this is what we've been doing, and we have video footage to show you. So at the beginning of this video, you just saw us on the Chiemgau coaster. That is a coaster that's right down the street from our house. And we've seen these roller coasters all over in the mountainous regions of Germany.
Super fun.
Yes.
Especially because the kids, they get to ride them themselves. Well, Ella was too small. But the boys, you know, they got to ride in their own and control their own speed, and it's kind of neat.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it's a reasonable price. It isn't something that we could afford to do all the time, because it's like it's €3.50 per ride.
Something like that.
Which, I mean, that's kind of expensive. And there's families around here that say, oh, they're kind of expensive. So it's something you do once or twice a year, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's super fun, and we like doing that. So number 2, we kind of already started talking about this, amusement parks. Here they're called Freizeitparks.
Free time parks. And they seem to be all over Germany. We were, when we were up in Kochum, there's one right near there. Actually, when we were up on top of the castle, where you could look out on the neighboring hill and you could see the roller coaster over there. We thought we might go to it, but in the end, we didn't
have enough time.
There seem to be these Freizeitparks, all over the place. So it seems like they're, no matter where you live, you're probably pretty close to one.
Yeah, so let us know in the comments below, are Freizeitparks kind of common all over Germany? From what we have seen, they are, but let us know. Love to hear from you. Yeah, so these are amusement parks, and like I said just earlier, at least at our amusement park, there's not like loud music blaring. It's not tons of stimulation. In fact, the whole thing was in the middle of the woods. And that's another thing. It was completely shaded.
Yes.
And it was cool. And I didn't feel like I have very sensitive eyes to the sun. I have to wear sunglasses everywhere I go. And so I didn't feel like I was getting a headache. I didn't feel overstimulated with that.
Yeah. And the thing I've thought that was the greatest, that felt so very German, is when you go to the parking lot, you have to sort of hike up a little hill. You had to hike up this hill to get up there. In America, it would have been all shuttle buses and big giant, concrete parking lots and stuff. But here you have to hike through the woods up the hill to get to the Freizeitpark. It was just so charming, and it just felt natural and not, hyper commercialized.
Yeah. It was very enjoyable for all of us, and it's a fairy tale theme, the one in our town.
Yes.
So cute. I loved it.
Yeah, it was really neat.
It's so cute. So we've got footage of our trip to the Freizeitpark to show you, and we'll let you see it now.
You're my sunshine every morning, light up every moment, make my every dream come true. Oh, I can't describe it. Took my tongue and tied it, sent my heart over the moon. It come fly away with me. Imagine all the things that we could see. Yeah, don't you know that life's a dance? Come take my hand and fly away with me. Make my heart race in a hurry. Come fly away with me. Imagine all the things that we could see. Yeah, don't you know that life's a dance? Come take my hand and fly away with me. You're my sunshine every morning, light up every moment, make my every dream come true. Oh, I can't describe it. Took my tongue and tied it, sent my heart over the moon. Come fly away with me. Imagine all the things that we could see. Yeah, don't you know that life's a dance? Come take my hand and fly away with me. Imagine all the things that we could see. Yeah, don't you know that life's a dance? Let's not miss our chance. Come fly away with me.
So the third thing that we've heard about here in Germany, I've also seen some friends who've done it in France and Austria and Switzerland. So this part of Europe maybe are Kletterwalds, which are the high ropes courses, but in the woods, and they're actual natural, ropes courses.
Yeah, we haven't actually gone to one. We planned maybe we would, and we looked into them, and there's a whole bunch, several of them all around in this area.
We have a lot of
So
choices.
We've heard our friends go to them, and it seems like it's a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, so that's another option. Again, pretty affordable prices, especially if you're coming to stay here for vacation. So the fourth thing are kinder museums, museums for children. We actually have one nearby that's a mammoth museum, and we've been to that. It was a lot of fun. Again, it was low key.
Yeah, it was small. You just go for an hour, a couple hours or whatever, and just things to do for the kids, and designed for children, and it's just really cool.
Yeah, they can go hunting for gems and little fossils and stuff afterwards, and in this beautiful little park behind the museum. And so we've been told by many of you in the comments below that there's tons of museums for the kids in Munich, which is nearby, and all over Germany. So we've kind of been holding off on those because, number one, COVID, and these places weren't even open when we got here. They were completely closed. And then they started to be open, but they're so hard to get into because you have to have an appointment and then stand outside and wait, and and all your COVID tests and so much effort that we haven't done it yet. And we wanted to wait till we all spoke a lot better German, because I don't think we'll get the full experience if we can't understand what they're saying. So our Berg Eltz trip, we got a tour of the castle, and it was really good because it was in English. We actually were able to understand it all. So, in a year, even, I think our German, especially the kids' German, is going to be so good that they'll easily be able to do kinder museums. So we're excited to tap into that as we travel throughout Germany and take you guys up on your suggestions for all the different museums.
And number 5 is all the free outdoor fun that you can have. So we do a Sunday morning hike, me and Grayson do together. It's sort of a tradition we're starting. And just you go, and many of them, the parking spots, you can find parking spots that are free. Sometimes you have to pay a little bit, but usually you can find somewhere to park for free, and then you just go and hike out in the nature. There's all sorts of lakes to go swimming. There's, you go on your bike ride around. There's just lots to do in the outdoors that you don't have to pay anything for, and you just get the beautiful scenery and enjoy the clean air, and just being outside and exercising. It's just a great thing.
And I really like riding my bicycle around, so I've been taking the boys on bicycle rides around here, and I just love that Germany has such good bicycling and walking trails. At least down here they do, and we noticed up in Kolcham and along the Moselle there's also excellent bicycling trails. So I'm hoping that they're all over Germany, but I don't know. Those are our 2 main points that we've seen. So let us know if there are good bicycling trails in your town. We'd love to hear in the comments below. But we have really enjoyed the bicycling trails, and we're so glad that that Germany has these for us. Yeah, so we've really enjoyed hikes all together as a family as well. I mean, the kids will complain, which we've talked to our friends, our German friends who live in the area, and they say, oh, our kids complain when we take them on hikes too, but we make them go anyway. So we're working our kids up to harder, more and more difficult hikes. But we recently took them on a really nice hike to an alm near Ruhpolding. Oh my gosh, it was fabulous.
Yeah.
So gorgeous.
It's so nice to have that destination of going to the Alm, and you're like, okay, kids, we're going on this hike, but we're going to go to this restaurant, and we're going to get Kuchen, or we're going to get Apfelschorle, or ice cream, or whatever. So it's nice to have that destination up in the mountains.
As your reward for all your work.
Exactly.
And then number 6 are the Schwimmbads, the swimming pools. It seems almost every
town
Gemeinde, not even Kreis, but Gemeinde, which is like a city municipality in English, has a public swimming pool.
Yeah.
And they're not just like little dinky swimming pools, man. They are nice.
Yeah. Slides and high dives and wave pools and
places for just the little kids.
Yeah.
The toddlers.
And very affordable.
It cost us €8 last time to go.
For the whole
Because
family.
again, the children were free and I only had to pay for myself. Except for Gabriel, he's 12, so we start having to pay for him. But the 3 of our kids were free and I just paid for me and Gabriel, and it was €8. I was like, what? That's it? And you can bring your own food.
Yeah.
Which to the Freizeitpark, you can also bring your own food.
Yeah, which is, I don't know if I've ever been to an amusement park in America that allows you to bring your own food.
I know, and we were just talking about this before the video, that when we were kids, I think they did allow us to bring food, because I remember my mom trying to save money and packing a lunch before we go to a water park.
Well, you could do that at Whitewater, but you have to leave the park. They have a little pavilion where you can go and eat, but you have to leave the park and walk all the way out and go to this other pavilion way out back to be able to eat your own food.
Where there was a bunch of bees, remember?
Yeah, there were a bunch of bees.
And
so
wasps.
it's like,
they
make it so inconvenient that you have to go in, and they have such high prices, it's ridiculous.
Oh, they completely fleece you in amusement parks in the U.S. on food.
So I was
awful.
It was really pleasant to see people bringing in their own food and sitting down at picnic tables inside the park, and it was that's really, really nice. Mm-hmm. And so at the Schwimmbad, it's the same way. People come with their little picnics and hang out and spend the whole day there.
But they do have cafes if you want to buy your own food, which is great if you want to.
And it wasn't crazy expensive.
And they're reasonably priced.
Right.
Yes.
It was just normal prices.
Yeah. You don't feel like, they're trying to rob you.
Take advantage of
Take advantage of you.
That you're, this captive audience that they have control over,
Yeah. It feels fair.
Yeah.
So
then number 7 is all of the living history you have to see around here. That's one of the big reasons why we moved back to Europe and here to Germany, is because there's just so many things to see. Berghelds. And, all the castles and the castle ruins and the city walls and,
Roman history.
Yeah, all the churches.
The churches.
It's just everywhere you turn, there's something beautiful to see, and so many times it's free.
Right. Every single church.
Yeah, every single church, of course, is free.
And they're just huge works of art. It's like a gigantic painting that you can go in and look at for free.
Yeah.
And they're beautiful.
And like when we went to Berghausen, it was totally free to walk up and walk around the grounds. I mean, of course, you have to pay to go into the museums or whatever. But
Which we didn't even do.
No.
We saw all of Berghausen for free.
Yeah. And, there's castle ruins you can go and climb around and check out. And just even just the buildings. So many of these towns are just so beautiful, just walking around and seeing the buildings.
Yeah.
So you have to realize that just in your daily life there's so many beautiful and historical and important things around, and you just have to look and enjoy them and learn about them.
Yeah. And you can do it very affordably. And the 8th thing, which our most popular video is about, are the playgrounds.
Yes.
You can go playground hopping all over Germany and find some fantastic playgrounds.
Yeah, people go. Just our friends the other day, they drove, 15, 20 minutes away to a neighboring town. to go and eat. They brought their little picnic meal and went and ate at a playground.
Yes.
Went and ate at a playground with their picnic dinner, and that was like their outing, was to go to a different playground in a different town. And we've met so many people in playgrounds like, oh yeah, we just biked in from 20 minutes away from this other town, and just to try out a different playground is just really neat.
Yeah, we love it. And you want to learn all about German playgrounds. They are unique. They are special. So I'll link to that in the description box below and up here. You definitely want to check out our playground video. But our kids love German playgrounds. We've had so much fun in German playgrounds. And of course, they're free. So parents love them as well. And around here, because we do live in a more touristy area, some of the playgrounds do have alms with them, or little snack shacks. And you can get a beer, and you can get Apfelkuchen, or you can get, currywurst. They have currywurst mit Pommes. And so around here, and I think in other touristy parts of Germany, you can also, eat at the playground. All right, guys, so we hope you enjoyed our video today. Thank you so much for watching. If you know of other fun things for families to do in Germany during the warm weather, actually even during cold weather, let us know, because
that's where we're transitioning into the cold weather, so we need ideas for that too.
Right. Let us know.
I mean, we learned so much from you all. We live in our little world and the things that we're exposed to, and then you guys always tell us something new and different that we didn't think about or hadn't been exposed to. So we love to hear your comments, love to hear your ideas, because that's how we learn more about the best way to take advantage of living here in Germany.
And we pride ourselves on being YouTubers who read our comments and really try to engage with you and talk with you. We'd like to have a community. We don't just want to put out videos and say goodbye and leave. We like to talk to you. So,
And I'm totally convinced that having this YouTube channel has sort of springboarded us into really living here.
Yes,
and
it inspires us to do more.
Crowdsourcing all of this. And, we have our friends and our neighbors that we talk to, but we get so much more from you guys, and we're just so grateful that you can help us on this journey. Thank you so much.
Yes. So keep your comments coming. We do read them as much as we can. It's starting to get to the point where we can't read every single one.
We try.
But we try, we really do. So anyway, let us know what you suggest for family fun in the winter, especially if it's free or cheap. And we will be skiing. We will be going to try to do that. I think last year a lot of them were closed because of Corona. So
hold our thumbs.
We will hold our thumbs that we can ski this winter and snowboard. We want to get the kids in ski and snowboarding school. So we'll probably have another video in the winter. Family fun in Germany in the winter. All right, so thanks, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Schönen Tag and
Tschüss.
You're my sun.